as we move to budget season, and with budget season, we will quickly move to the conclusion of this session. I want to just remind all of the members that at the beginning of this session, we met individually with many of you. Most members took that opportunity to meet with Chairman Gillen and myself, and we talked about your priorities. And we've tried deliberately to move bills that are priorities to each of the members. Some did not choose to meet with us, but at this point, if you do have a legislative priority and we have not looked at that particular bill, or you have a policy idea and you have not spoken to myself and Chairman Gillen, please do. Because once budget hits, it's a real quick turnaround to the end of session. So please talk to us sooner than later. Chairman Rigby, any opening remarks? Okay, thank you so much, Chairman. We're going to move to our agenda. First up is Representative Stender with House Resolution 337, printer's number 2674. I will take a motion from Representative Paoli, seconded by Representative Craig Williams, to bring up House Resolution 337. Representative Stender, any remarks?
Mr. Chairman, as you may know, this resolution designates the week of May 19th through the 25th, 2024 as Emergency Medical Services Week here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We all know the service and sacrifice of our emergency medical personnel and the impact of their service on our communities. So it is only right that we honor that commitment and bravery by recognizing it through this resolution. This is especially true since this year will mark the 50th anniversary of Emergency Medical Services Week in the nation, since its initial federal inception in 1974 under the Ford administration. As such, to honor the brave men and women who help to keep our community safe, I ask for the affirmative vote. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Stender. Before we get to remarks on the resolution, Jamie, please call the roll.
Chairman Solomon,
Here.
Representative Borowski, VBD, Representative Brown, VBD, Representative Genst, Representative Haddock, VBD, Representative Markozik, VBD, Representative Monroe, Representative O'Mara, VBD, Representative Pielli, Representative Sappi, VBD, Representative Scott, VBD, Representative Takak, VBD, Representative Webster, VBD, Representative Dan Williams. Chairman Gillen, VBD, Representative Banta, Representative Ham, Representative Krupa, Representative Mako, Representative Rigby, Representative Shalaba, Representative Stair, Representative Stender, Representative Wattrow, Representative Craig Williams.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Jamie. Back to the resolution, House Resolution 337. Any comments? Chairman Rigby. Are there any negative votes on the resolution? Seeing none, House Resolution 337, printer's number 2674, moves to the floor. Thank you, Representative Stender. Now moving on to House Resolution 404, printer's number 2980, authored by Representative Pielli. I'll take a motion from Representative Banta, seconded by Representative Genst, to bring up House Resolution 404. Representative Pielli, any remarks? Microphone, please.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and my colleagues, and everyone who has co-sponsored this resolution. Major Richard Starr served multiple tours overseas, including in both Iraq and Afghanistan. During his service, Major Starr saved countless lives, clearing roads in Afghanistan of IEDs. Following his return home, Major Starr was diagnosed with lung cancer. And as he navigated surgeries, rounds of chemotherapy, and cost involved, he learned that he would not concurrently receive his retirement and disability pay through the Department of Defense. Major Starr once again dedicated his life to saving his fellow countrymen from that point forward, advocating for House Resolution 1282 in the U.S. Congress, and it's now named the Major Richard Starr Act in his honor after he sadly passed away in 2021. Today, for every dollar of disability pay that they receive, veterans with less than 20 years of service and a disability rating of less than 50% have their retirement payments reduced by $1. Under these rules, an estimated 50,000 retired service members are ineligible for concurrent benefits. Further, the average offset from this result is about $1,900 a month. If Congress were to pass this legislation, all service members who are medically retired would have full access to both military retirement pay and Department of Veteran Affairs disability benefits. This is an injustice that must be addressed, and that is why I'm asking all of you to join me in supporting this resolution, calling on Congress to pass the Richard Starr Act to benefit veterans across the nation. When we ask these brave men and women to give their all to protect this great nation, then we in turn have the responsibility to give ours upon their return. They deserve this, and it's on all of us to deliver on that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative. Any comments from the members? I can't see. Representative Craig Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are actually two travesties that are wrapped up in the potential congressional bill right now. The first is that somebody can reach longevity of service in the military of 20 years and therefore retire, but if they're deemed medically disabled in any way, their retirement pay is offset. So in other words, the federal government has deemed that you get one paycheck, and if you leave the service broken, that's okay. You're going to get one paycheck. And I think what the maker of this resolution and the U.S. Congress is contemplating here is that when we break you, we ought to help fix you, regardless of whether or not you get a retirement pay. And then the second travesty here is if you are 100% medically discharged from the service and unable to complete your remaining years of retirement, you ought to be still allowed to retire. That we ought to be giving you credit for the fact that, again, we broke you, we're going to allow you to retire, and we're going to help fix you. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for recognizing me. I wholly encourage supporting this resolution.
Thank you, Representative. Are there any other comments? We are also joined by Representative Webster and Representative Takak. Thank you. Are there any negative votes on the resolution? Seeing none, House Resolution 404, printers number 2980, moves to the floor for consideration. Thank you, Representative Pielli. Moving on to our last item on the agenda, Representative Shalaba authored House Resolution 415, printers number 3037. I'll take a motion from Representative Monroe, seconded by Representative Watro, to bring up H.R. 415. Representative Shalaba with remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you can tell, I'm not having the best day to speak, but I do want to just quickly say that my resolution recognizes May 18th, 2024 as Armed Forces Day in Pennsylvania to honor the men and women who serve in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Air Force, including all of the National Guard and Reserve components. This combined day of celebration and gratitude represents the unified and collaborative efforts of our armed forces to protect our very great and sacred nation. As we consider this resolution, I would like to also ask that we keep our colleague, Representative Joe Kerwin, and his troops in our thoughts and prayers as he continues to serve this grateful Commonwealth and nation with the PA National Guard. And we remember every single soldier, Marine, airman, and their families helping to serve this country. And I ask for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Shalaba. Any comments from the members? Representative Banta.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the prime sponsor, and I'd like to say that as a veteran, it's a big deal when somebody recognizes what you did, and I just want to say thanks. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Any other comments from the members? Are there any negative votes? Seeing none, Representative Shalaba's H.R. 415, printers number 3037, moves to the floor for consideration. Is there any other business to consider? Thank you so much. We will be adjourned.